All right, so yes, I pissed Ryan off with that. Welcome back to the episode of 2000 Pro. As always, you get to guys Kenny, Ryan, and Brian. My boys, it's
You know
awesome.
why it pisses me off? You know why it pisses me off? Because we do the audio version for the Apple Podcasts
Yeah,
and Android,
yeah.
and then we do the vision. So like they don't see you do it, so you just hear nothing.
But oh yeah, okay, okay.
I don't think they.
By this time now, if you've been following us for 100 and whatever weeks, you should know that you want to get some theatrics from Kenny. Did I say that right, Brian? Theatrics.
Sure.
Okay.
You
Hey,
sound
we no
great,
longer go live on Twitter, by the way.
You said
Why?
what?
Because apparently Twitter, you have to have a premium account on Twitter in order to create live broadcasts
There's
on
probably
their platform.
and it's not responsive. Twitter is called X. You need to get hit.
Oh yeah, my apologies. X requires us to have a premium subscription. So
We can always go on OnlyFans.
yeah.
I don't think those are the fans are trying to get, but
Feet picks and sports bets. What do you like?
Feet picks and sports bets. Hey, you know how viral that would go if we said feet picks and sports bet? That shit would probably be like in everybody's algorithm. Anything that's or weird or like any of that is always going to be the first thing in your algorithm. That'll be. Anyway.
Damn.
Anyway, my guys, how y'all doing though? Like really, like how you guys?
I'm itching.
Itching for the paper?
no.
Itching.
It's almost football season.
It's almost football sean. You
Ryan
guys will
is in
get
his
you
happy
guys will
zone.
get me back. I can't stand this time of year. That's it. I just can't stand it.
I am looking forward to football myself. I'm actually about to start working on that football model, so that should be cool. I'm looking forward to college football. Of course, I know the CFP. This is the first year we're going to have the 12-team playoff. Should be pretty exciting. Some rumblings going on in Tuscaloosa. I like what we're hearing. So I think.
What are we hearing? What are we hearing?
DeBoer is just a fucking dog. It's just a dog, man. Like I think he probably didn't get a fair shake because he was in Washington, and people thought he probably had some cat in him. But what people are starting to find out is him and his coaching staff, they're just full of like just blue collar, strap your boots up, let's get to work type of guys. And what they're doing on the recruiting front of like players that's coming in, what they're doing as far as, NIL deals, getting players in, I think it's probably, granted, yes, we haven't seen the wins yet add up, but I think as far as off-season program, transition from a legendary coach to, somebody new in the program, I think he's doing a phenomenal job, man. Like we're retaining some top talent. We have probably going to be the number 3, number 2 class next year for, prospects coming in. We have some big time receivers coming in because they know that DeBoer is going to throw the ball. Some defensive guys going to be start out front. So I'm really looking forward to it. I know the college football, I think the rankings came out, if I'm not mistaken, for was it football or basketball? I believe the football rankings came out for this year. Just kind of like a preseason is what you call it, preseason board or whatever.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I don't understand how, but I think they still had Michigan up there, but I'm like, that's wrong. Let me tell you, I'm on the wrong one.
Can I ask a question? I just sent a picture to you guys. Because I looked up the Alabama head coach because I just wanted to see what his bio was. And this Roll Tide website has his phone number on there. Is that like his legitimate phone number, or do they have like a recruiting line?
That's that's like his work phone number. But he's not answering it though.
That's what I'm saying. Like who's calling this number?
You can go look at the same thing for like any program. They have a name on there.
Let's try it right now.
No, just kidding. Do it.
I tried.
Please do call that shit, Kenny.
I tried it before. I tried to coach.
No,
Coach
you have not. You have not.
Trying to get a scholarship, coach.
No, not call that number. I was trying to call Coach Day like actual, and the number I had from him, he had changed numbers. So then I was like, all right, cool. Let me just reach him on his on his work phone, but it goes to his front desk lady, his admin lady, and she's oh yeah, I'll get a call, whatever the case may be. It doesn't actually go to them, so that's how that works. Anyway, for the preseason,
I want to call so bad.
You can. For the preseason, you have, I'm tripping, here goes Georgia, number 1. They got Carson Beck there. They had a couple transfers in. So it should be, I think they're the front runners, right? I think last year they got jaded. Kirby is still Kirby. He has that Saban effect. He's probably the best post Saban or Saban tree coach there is, you know what I mean, right now. And he has the same pedigree. A lot of people are big on Ohio State, was Ryan Day. I know he got Chip Kelly in there. He has some big transfers with Caleb Downs, the All-American safety from Alabama. He has Keyshawn, I think you could say it's Quinshawn Judkins, which was a steal in my opinion as far as a running back, because I think what you could say the last couple of years, Ohio State has kind of been a little wishy-washy at the running back position as far as guys being healthy and getting, probably the number 1 running back in the country for the next year NFL draft on your team. I think that, solidifies them. Granted, I know Harbaugh's not going to be in Michigan, so it'll be a little bit easier, I think, but them to get that win, because that's kind of been the big crutch against Day, not getting that win against Michigan. And then, of course, they have Will Howard at quarterback, which I'm interested to see how that works, right? I know he had a lot of promise at Kansas State. He could run a little bit. He could toss the ball around. But I'm curious to see how that goes, right? Because they have a receiving core still there at Ohio State. So we'll see how that goes. Texas Longhorns still going to be number 3. You still got Ken Ewers there. Isaiah Bond transferred from Alabama there. I think they got a couple other little receivers that's going to be there, so it'll be interesting. And then, Steve Sarkisian is, himself reincarnated. He's an offensive mind guru. So we'll see if they can actually get it done. Oregon Ducks is probably my dark horse team, I would say, just because, with the Nick Saban tree, you got Kirby Smart building his tree right now with Dan Lanning, Fran Brown. They got a lot of coaches come from under him that's doing their thing. But at Oregon, what Dan Lanning has, he has 3 starters at quarterback. Like the transfer, Dante, I forgot his name, from UCLA. They got Dylan Gabriel, who's right now is a Heisman front runner. And if you know anything about Dylan Gabriel, when he was at UCF, he put numbers up. At Oklahoma, he put numbers up. And being in a high-powered offense like, Oregon, I think he's a better passer than Bo Nix, right? So being in an offense like Oregon, depending on what they have in the skill position, because I know they lost a lot with Franklin and Bucky Irv and all that. It's going to be pretty interesting to see what they do. But I know their defense is going to be stacked. I know, that's going to show up. And I think they might have a easier route being there because they're still on the West, right? They're on the West in the Big 12. I mean, the Big 10. Oregon's on the West, right?
So I was trying to find this earlier, but according to standings, there is no divisions now.
Oh, so it's the whole thing. That's even better.
Yeah. At least that's what I was looking at ESPN. They might be wrong, though.
Okay. They're never wrong.
Yeah, they just lie and don't retract stuff.
What were you talking about? What division?
Big 10.
Big 10.
If I go to Big10.com, it says 2023.
Yeah, I don't know.
It doesn't have 2024.
I don't see anything in standings for them. It looks like it's just one jumble up piece of trash. Yeah. I don't see any of the divisions kind of split up, though. All of them are together.
Yeah, so that's why I question if it's real or not.
Let me look at the schedule real quick.
I would assume that they're in the West, though, because it makes sense. Like, why would they be in the East? They're on the West Coast.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird things, though. It's the Big 10. They do a lot of weird shit.
The East is already stacked.
They play They play at Michigan. They play versus Ohio State at UCLA. Is Oregon State in? I thought Oregon State was not in the Big Ten. They're in the Pac-12 or whatever, the Big West, whatever they call that shit now.
Yeah, I think they're trying to maintain the
The
rivalry.
rivalry. Oh, okay, cool. That makes sense. But it's early though. It's not the last game anymore.
Right. Because it's not conference play anymore.
Yeah, so
yeah, they disbanded the East and West divisional format for 2024.
That makes
sense. That was gonna bother me.
They don't really have any big competition I can see right now.
Well, that's amazing. That's because that means that Ohio State and Michigan, if goes normal, they'll play each other again.
Yeah, but that's going to happen either way, right? I don't think it really makes a difference.
But in years past, it was always that game. They always made it the last game right before the championship because it was essentially the championship.
So what do you guys think is going to happen now? It's still going to be.
Well, will they play each other 2 times in a row? Like that's what I don't know.
Yeah.
If
they're the top 2 teams, they will.
In that scenario, they would play each other 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get what you're saying now. Yeah, but it would be okay, you're the top team, and then we play you in the championship.
Mm-hmm.
Ohio State's schedule is fucking cookies.
You know what's probably going to happen, though?
They don't even play.
Which will be weird, because if they play, let's say that scenario happens, and they're both not undefeated, but like they're both locked in, they're going to play each other. That second to last game essentially would mean just bragging rights. Do they start their starters for that, or do they?
Yeah.
Like, what do you do in that scenario?
Bragging rights will be the conference championship.
Not the week before, but if they play each other on the schedule, the last.
So if they play right now, they're the last team in the league, right? So the last game of the season. So what you're saying is, if they already have the 1 and 2 locked up, then what do you do?
Yeah, do they treat it as like a backups, or do they just be like, all right, we're going full force 2 weeks in a row? We're playing
still
twice.
Going to go full force 2 weeks in a row because it's be respect to the rivalry. It's still Ohio State, and it's still billions of dollars that's coming into whatever state is at. It's still people going to be fired up, and if they don't hold up that legacy, it's going to be a lot of alumni that's going to be pissed off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like it's still that, and then really, if anything, it's a money maker for the Big Ten if they can go back-to-back weeks. Because it's like, damn, it was a battle, especially if it's a close game. And then the next week, now we're playing for the championship. It's like, oh shit, because that never happened though. That never happened. They never played for the championship. It's always been, oh yeah, well, who the winner goes to the Big Ten. But now you having that, and then you don't really have to worry as much if you do lose 2 times in a row. Because guess what? If you have a good season, you're undefeated for the most part. You lose 2 times in a row. Guess what? The college football playoffs is 12 teams this year. So it's not the same.
You might play them 3 times in a row.
You might play them 3 times in the season, right? So it's not the same. Oh my God, we're gonna lose out like previous years when it's like, bro, if you lose this game, you're not gonna make it to the playoffs. Now with 12 teams, everybody in their mind can pretty much make it with the playoffs as long as you have a good strength of schedule. But I really think, and then I'll move on for this. I really think that you're probably going to see 3 Big Ten teams, 3 SEC or 4 SEC teams, and then maybe 1 for everybody else. You might get want to get 1 at-large bid if you have a team that's that, but you might get 1 from the ACC, 1 from the Big 12, 1 from the Pac-12 or whatever it is, and then another outlier at-large from there.
I don't think Pac-12 will get in.
Why would they not?
Because there's only 2 teams in the Pac-12.
Yeah, but you got to think about it. It's one of those teams is going to have a good record, and they're going to. Okay.
It's Oregon State, Washington State.
So you think it's going to be just 2 teams ACC, 2 teams Big 12, and then 4 teams 4 teams SEC, 4 teams Big 10, or 3 teams Big 10, and then an at-large?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay. I think it's just if that happens like that, then it's no point of having the other teams. You might as well just create a Division 1B. You know what I mean? Like
There
hey,
shouldn't be conferences anymore.
you know
They
how in
mean
basketball you have mid majors and you have the top schools. They should be a mid major. They should have mid major college football teams. That's what they should have.
Yeah.
Anyway,
their
that's all
conferences mean nothing except for the TV revenue.
that's it.
Exactly. That's all it is.
Outside
Now.
ACC, Big 10, SEC. Just make it
Big
those three.
12.
All right, 4. There you
Outside
go,
of
4. And then just disband everything else.
the Notre Dame, Ole Miss, Missouri, Alabama, Utah, Wolverines, all question marks. Right? Even Florida State with Mike Norville, he's building some good shit down there. Question marks. Penn State, question mark. If you think about it, these 12 teams are probably the teams that's going to make it. Georgia, Ohio State, Texas, Oregon, Notre Dame, Ole Miss, Alabama, Missouri, Utah, Michigan, Florida State, Penn State. You might, maybe LSU, maybe a Tennessee creeps in there, maybe a Clemson, flip-flop one of the teams, but those are going to be your teams most likely. Because Penn State can't beat Michigan or Ohio State to stay their life.
Nope.
They always figure out a way to tighten up at the end.
They'll beat everybody else, though.
Beat everybody else. And the other two in Michigan and Ohio State, you're not going to be there. Unless, what's his name up there? What's the coach's name? Black guy. Black coach.
For Michigan?
Yes.
I don't remember his name.
Man, that's a shame. That's a shame. I don't remember his name. Anyway.
Sharon Moore?
Yeah, Moore. Coach Moore might, I don't know if he might not be the same. He might flop. And if he flops, then he might let somebody else come in.
What are you talking about? He did well in those 2-3 games. How many?
Yeah, I mean, that's still hard.
Not your coach, not your program.
Yeah.
Right? All you got to do is just shave face on Saturday, but it's not your coach, not your program, right? So.
Yeah, because Harbaugh was coaching the entire week and then just had to miss the game. So, but yeah.
Anyway, that's all I got. I don't have anything for NBA besides the Olympics coming up, and the Team USA has been kicking ass. Mainly, Steph Curry been shooting the fucking lights out.
Oh, real quick on college football. 1 week from today is when college football starts.
Wait,
First
really?
game. Oh no, August 24th. My bad. Sorry.
I said, bro, what the hell? They even
I had the 24th in my head.
1 month from next week. Yes.
Yeah, that'd be great.
It's always a week before the last week of August. You're gonna have I wouldn't say the bullshit teams. You're gonna have the teams that they need some TV time. They told the recruits, hey, you're gonna play on TV.
Florida State plays day 1, so
the 24th they play. That's stupid.
Since I love Arch Manning and the Mannings, I want to ask you a question. Is he just going to play next year and that's it?
No.
Probably.
No,
he redshirt?
He did redshirt.
So he's got 2 years until he can be drafted.
But he can. Well, no, he can. You can go as a redshirt sophomore.
Yeah.
You only need 3 years in college. So that's what I'm saying. If he doesn't play this year, because unless Ewers gets injured, he's not getting in.
That's the best thing for his career.
If he plays next year and he is a Heisman candidate and he is projected to go in the top 10 picks, why would he stay?
Well, he's a Manning. He wants number 1 overall or nothing.
I don't know about that.
I don't think it's that big for him. But he's already
his family.
He's already projected to be.
Why is the dad didn't go number 1 overall, so it doesn't matter.
I'm just saying, but the 2 boys.
Yeah, not Arch's dad, but
Cooper's not like that. He's not like that. He won't care. He won't care. But do you got to think about Peyton and Eli? They played 3 years.
Well, that's back when you had to play a lot, right? Like you had to play.
Yeah, but I'm saying they came in playing. right? There was no sit out and get drafted. It was like, listen, you got to show me that you're worthy of that first round pick. But Arch Manning was been that number one prospect since he came out, and then the only person that is in his way is that Tennessee quarterback. That's the only person that he got to worry about, because that joker there, what's his name? What's his name? Nico Emalawalave. I'll butcher his names.
That's great.
Yeah, we're gonna see him this year. He is a gunslinger, and he was the only person that was going back and forth with Arch, him and himself, back and forth as far as the number one quarterback. That's the only person I think that could contend with him as far as challenging for that number one. But for the most part, all the guys are going out this year. All the big names that we know about at this point: Dylan Gabriel, Shedeur Sanders. You got doggone Cam. Forgot his name down in Miami. So Will Howard. So you don't have to really worry about those guys. They're going to be up and coming names, and his last name is Manning, so he's going to always get a ring. It's like saying James, LeBron James. So.
And last thing I'll ask Brian, who's playing quarterback for Ohio State this year?
I don't think it's Will Howard. He might start the year, but I don't think it's going to end up being him the whole year.
I doubt it.
They got a redshirt freshman, right? I forgot his name. Shit, what's his name?
No matter what you say, bro, they gave that boy too much money to come in and not play.
I don't care.
You ain't coaching, so like, they not giving somebody all that money for him not to play. He gonna play. The redshirt freshman. You talking about Lincoln Kinholes?
Huh?
Lincoln Kinholes, or you talking about Aaron Nolan from Georgia?
Yeah, I think it's no, Julian Sand.
Oh yeah, he's a player. He's a player.
So I'm just saying, if he doesn't redshirt,
he redshirting this year. He's not playing this year.
We'll see. I mean, because Devin Brown ain't it, so Will Howard will keep it over Devin Brown, and then
bro,
that's all underclassmen.
He will. I'm telling you right now, saying will sit 1 year, and then it's his rank. That's how they want him to. He don't want to throw him in the fire and ruin him, right, when he don't have to. Unless Will Howard gets hurt, that's the only time I can see him coming in. Other than that, he's going to sit 1 year, just like CJ Stroud, just like most quarterbacks in Ohio State that see success. I want you to have the game slow down, and then you're going to come your sophomore year and run the fucking show and do it for 2 years and go get drafted.
If Ohio State suffers a early loss because of the quarterback play, I'm just saying will be in.
Bro, he is a freshman that has nothing.
Don't matter.
Bro,
freshmen start all the time.
When you have a quarterback that's trash. Will Howard's not trash.
Well, if he leads into a loss, he'll be considered trash at that point. I'm not kidding. Ohio State don't fuck around, man. They can't lose unless it's against Michigan. That's it. Bro. And even then, that's not really acceptable. But
that's not how Day runs the show. He's not going to do that. He's not going to do that. That's not what he does. In his mind, he's thinking, hey, I got a freshman. I want to preserve his confidence. I don't want to batter his confidence too early if the game's too fast.
All right.
So, anyway. I've been saying that's all I have for college football for like the last 10 minutes.
All right. Baseball real quick. We had the All-Star break. It's still going on technically because they don't play until Friday. But so we had the home run derby. Teoscar Hernandez from the Dodgers won it. He beat Bobby Witt in the finals, I think, or was it Alec Boehm?
No, it was Bobby Witt Jr.
Yeah, so he beat Bobby Witt in the finals. He beat Boehm in the semis.
His name's Boehm or Baum?
I think it's technically pronounced Boehm. At least that's what I hear a lot of announcers calling him. So that's what I'm going with. They usually.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I don't know. I've been saying Baum, so you know me. I butcher names all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I used to think it was like Boehm. So, yeah. Anyways, the previous 2 years, Pete Alonso had won, but he lost in the first round. He had the second fewest home runs. He only had 12, which is kind of pathetic.
Gunnar Henderson was terrible.
Who's that?
Henderson, Gunnar.
Oh yeah, I mean, but Gunner's that's to be expected.
I don't
a
really,
good guy
I don't really understand why he's in the home run derby. Again,
He's-
I know he has home runs, but he's not a power hitter.
because you have a lot of guys not participating. A lot of guys turn it down, like Judge, Soto. Your big time home run guys don't want to play.
They've already done that already, though.
Yeah, but I know, but back in the day, I'm just saying, like 15, 20 years ago, it was always the biggest home run hitters.
Yeah, but
It doesn't happen now.
It's like doing the slam dunk contest. I'm not going to continue to do it again and again, Eric Gordon. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to keep doing it over again if I already done it.
That's fine, but if you haven't won it, then what's your excuse?
Let's see. I'm one of the biggest names in baseball. Fuck, I got to prove to y'all.
It's not about proving anything. It's just it further promotes your sport to put the big names out there for stuff like this.
They already got a check.
Like, look at hockey, man. All the big names do that shit during the All-Star weekend.
Hockey doesn't make no fucking money. That's why. From baseball,
I don't know, man. David Gretzky's pulling in like $13 million a year, so I think he's making pretty good money
for hockey. Not compared to other sports. Jaylen Brown's pulling $55 million a year. Jason Tatum pulling $62 million a year. Like, damn, Jason Tatum got one. What are you making 1 year as a whole payroll on the NHL?
Almost, yes.
So, like,
no, I get what you're saying, but I don't know. I don't think money's that big of a deal, is it? At that point,
the risk reward is not there. Like, if I'm what do I get from doing a home run derby besides saying, hey, you won the home run derby? The format's not the same. The format changed.
I mean, how soft are you if you get hurt swinging a bat?
Them motherfuckers is swinging hard, and it is multiple swings.
They don't have to swing that hard. They don't, because they're getting like 60-mile-an-hour pitches thrown at them, so they're just it's meatballs.
You still gotta have velocity, and you have to have a swing to hit it out. You can't just hit and then chip it out. It's gonna go. It's like golf. Yes, you swing the club. You're not swinging for power and trying to hit as hard as you can. Yes, that's true.
But some of those guys can just flick it out, man. They're so strong.
Did you see them dudes? Ain't none of them. Nobody was flicking it out besides Bobby Witt.
Right. Like I said, you didn't have any of your big time home run hitters either.
Most of them dudes don't flick it out. And for those ones that be hitting them bombs, that's because the pitchers in the real game, they throwing 90 something. So when you make that contact, it's easy for it to let that bitch fly. Aaron Judge, yes, he can flick his wrist.
Yeah, put Stanton in the home run derby.
Yeah, but you talking about dudes that's 6'5". Damn, this muscular as hell. They got hella power.
Yeah.
I'm saying in this, what you call them dudes don't have it. Most of them dudes' hands would start hurting because they were swinging.
I mean, think about back in the day, man. We had like McGuire, Sosa, Bonds, Griffey. Like they all were hitting in the home run derby at the same time.
The only person who wasn't on steroids is Ken Griffey. Steroids.
He just didn't get caught.
You think he was on steroids?
I think everyone is.
I don't think Ken Griffey was on steroids.
I think people do it just for recovery purposes. They don't even do it to be juiced up. They just help their bodies recover.
Why are we not doing steroids then?
I feel like there's so many other ways nowadays.
What'd you say, Ryan?
Like, I feel like sports science has gotten like so much better with like recovery.
It has, yeah.
Like in terms of like hot, cold. What are those freaking things that you put around your legs that like inflate everything?
Compress.
So like nowadays, steroids are not needed because of all these advancements that have come about in the last 20 years.
Back in the day, they used to say, man, I'm achy. All right, cool. Put some ice bags on your leg.
Yeah, hey, let me put this shot in you real quick. Don't worry. Don't ask what's in it. You don't know. If you don't know anything, then you don't know anything. That's the way it was.
Hey, have you guys? Well, this is completely off topic. Well, I guess it's football, but have you guys watched like the wide receiver stuff that they're doing on Netflix?
No.
They just did like quarterback. How they did quarterback a couple years.
I heard it's really good.
It's really good. It follows Devontae Adams, Justin Jefferson, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and someone that's on the same team. Oh, Kittle and Debo. So it's
Not
like all five
Ayuk.
of the. Not Ayuk. No, but it's
We'll get to that
really
later.
funny. It's really funny to watch Devontae Adams. It's almost depressing because like you could see him get open and like they can't throw him the ball, like, and he's just throwing his helmet. He's like so pissed. It's great to watch. It's a good watch.
They followed them from last season, right?
Yeah, all last season.
Yeah, it's crazy to think Amon-Ra St. Brown was playing with his fucking torn.
Unbelievable.
Oblique.
Yeah, the whole season. He missed one game.
Yeah, he's a beast.
I like him as a
He's
player.
like one of my favorite receivers right now.
Yeah, he must have had a weird muscle that would play through that shit. I've seen motherfuckers with torn obliques, and that shit is painful.
He said it was like torn off the bone.
Yeah.
He was probably getting shot up all week.
Oh, not all week.
All year. Sorry.
He lived with the Toradol.
But you know what?
He was dead.
You know what? This is why he did it, because it was his contract year. So good for him. He got paid this year, and they took care of him.
I was listening to him on a Pivot podcast, and he was talking about how he was so pissed that he went to Detroit. He's like, man, I was looking at all the teams I could possibly go to. Please don't let me go to Detroit. He's like, I don't know anybody up there. They a fucking losing ass team. They don't do shit. Nobody knows who they are. And he's like, man, when I got here, it's like everything changed. He's like, I've never been on a losing team. Like I always won. And he was just talking about how that whole transformation happens, and how he said it's. He said somebody asked him, they're like, bro, you say you play football? They're like, yeah. He's like, I play for. They said, who you play for? He said, I play for the Detroit Lions. He said, man, those Negroes suck. And he didn't say Negro. So I cried laughing on that. I was like, dang, bro. And he said, now I remember that because now I see all the fans like, oh, we love y'all. He's like, nah, y'all wasn't saying that a couple years ago. So anyway, that's a side note.
Yeah. Oh yeah, All-Star game. Let's get back to baseball. The American League won 5-3. Jarren Duran hit a 2-run home run to put the American League up and won the MVP. So that was kind of cool for Red Sox fans. He's had a bounce back here. And yeah, Ohtani hit a home run during the game.
Good shot.
My boy Paul Skeens came up short. I needed him to get 2 strikeouts, and he didn't get any.
Hey, question.
Yeah.
I didn't watch the All-Star game. Full transparency. Is it like an actual game that they play like it matters?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter. They don't really play it like it matters. Like the starting lineup will probably get 2 at bats. Some players might get a 3rd at bat, depending on the game.
Does the advantage not go to whatever the playoff shit? That doesn't work anymore?
Not anymore. It used to be that whoever won that game, that league was had home field advantage in the World Series.
What do they do now?
Nothing. It's
who gets home field advantage?
Best record.
The best record, yeah.
Of the 2 teams that are playing, yeah.
That's why people before played a little harder because of that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Right. But
everybody liked it because of that, because they knew, like, in the beginning it was all fun and games, but then eventually everybody's like, hey, bro, tighten up. like bro, tighten up.
But they're not, but like other pitchers aren't doing like soft pitches. Like are they like pitching for real?
Oh no, everything's legit. Like, I mean, yeah, guys are still throwing hard. They're
like
just only pitching 1 inning.
Okay.
But I'm saying,
yeah, they cycle through pitches every inning.
Before most guys, I'm saying more as far as taking the bats more seriously from the offensive perspective.
Right.
Some guys were just like, oh, I mean, I'm just trying to swing at little pitches because they're like, oh, it don't really matter. But back then it was like, all right, the later they got in the rounds, it's like, I mean, the innings, he's like, hey, bro, like, listen, like, let's get some runners on base. Let's try to score some runs so we can win the game.
To that point, the under has hit in I think 7 of the last 10 All-Star games.
Mm-hmm.
However, the over hit this game.
I only think it's
Rob
interesting because
averages.
at least that's like a competitive and semi-watchable game, whereas like you can't watch football and basketball is just like
Basketball is disgusting.
200 to 245. Like,
yeah.
Caitlin Clark had 19 assists.
Yeah. She balled out tonight.
is that like a record? Jeez.
24 points, 19 assists. They still lost though. Let's my take it up. They lost to the Wings at that.
I know.
By the way, I know Brian's probably in a segment from baseball. But WNBA, I like watching that shit. Like at first I was like, man, I hate this joint. This is trash. Then I'll keep watching it more and more. And it's like it's only 3 teams that I really like watching though.
Yeah. Liberty, Aces.
Liberty, Aces, Fever. Sky, and Fever. That's it.
That's she broke the record. That was the record. 19 assists. The previous record was 18.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense because there was a couple times I watched she dribbled into the paint and then kicked it out for 3. Like, you had a wide open, like 3-foot shot. Just take it. Like, she's a little too pass happy at times.
Yeah, but that's not her game, man.
She's trying to gain the love, man.
I know, but
she's never been. That's been the biggest little question mark on her game is why don't you take more mid range? They give you the mid range shot, take more mid range shot, and she just refuses to do that. That's not her thing. She either takes it to the cup or she's going to shoot the 3. But a lot of that's like the modern day game. I feel like a lot of guys play like that. They're like, listen, why take a mid range, right, where I could just back up a couple more feet and take a 3-pointer?
A mid range is fine. She was in the paint, Kenny.
I know that's still considered
that's a higher percentage shot. You take it.
Yeah,
if it's inside that paint, you take the shot.
She wasn't at the rim.
She basically was.
Are we watching the same game?
Yeah.
Do you not know who the Wings have on their defense? They had 2 6'7" people in the paint. So yeah, it looks like, oh man, you could take that shot. But what's her name? Howard was swatting the shit out their ball.
Okay.
I'm just telling you, bro. It's like a mirror. Objects seem closer than they appear.
Anyways, while we're talking about damn WNBA, I want to know what the hell.
We're just going around.
What is wrong with the Aces last night? They lost the first quarter 30-12. And they lost the game as a result of it. They couldn't get that. They couldn't get out of that hole.
How about
their
X factor didn't do shit?
Who? Asia?
Kelsey Plum had a horrible game.
Well,
Asia, you know what you're gonna give Asia. She's gonna give you double all day, every day, right? She's gonna give you 20-something points and hella rebounds. But let me see. Kelsey Plum went 0 for 8 from 3.
Okay.
She's normally hitting 3-4 threes a game. She went 0 for 8 for 3. Her last 5 games, she had 8 points yesterday total. She had 22 before that, 15, 13, 23. She's been averaging 18.8 points per game. She's been on a heater before that.
I mean, I know, but like that was just bad time.
That was bad time for you for sure.
Yeah.
Especially because the Sky wasn't favored. But I really like the +6 for the Sky. I thought that was a weird number. I'm like, why are they only getting 6 points? And they've been playing more gritty. And then
+6. I thought it was higher than that.
I thought it was +6 at the close. Let me see.
Oh, maybe when it closed. When I did it, when I entered
it's 13.5, I guess.
Yeah, there you go.
I still would have took the Sky on that. They've been playing people hard as fuck.
I know, but they always fade at the end of the games. That's my problem with them. And the Aces just got done waxing them like a week or 2 ago. So
yeah, but that's always hard. Once you play the person the second time, it's always hard to wax them because I guess when I'm gonna play you a little different. But when they Aces beat them before, they only beat them by 12. So they set you up.
Okay.
So you think they beat you by 12? Now they're gonna blow them out?
Yeah.
Nah. Only team that did that was the Liberty. They beat them back-to-back nights, 15-14. Everybody else, it was a close game the second time. They played the Sky, they played the Storm. They won by 4. The next game they lost by 13. Aces, boom, same thing, back and forth. The Dream, they 1-1. The
I could
Mystics
feel our viewership going down talking about WNBA.
Why?
What kind of shit
You're
is
talking
that?
about we're getting the ladies in here.
Yeah.
There is one person watching this.
Okay, so why does it matter about viewership? Fuck that.
Yeah, ask questions about WNBA, please.
Could be. That's the problem, right? People need to be more knowledgeable. Don't watch one fucking sport. Watch all the sports. Anyway,
I'll say this, man. WNBA can be frustrating because they do some dumb shit.
they had some dumbass refs. That's what they got. The refs fucking suck.
The whole thing. They just play stupid.
I don't know.
They leave in their feet for no reason to try to make a pass, and then it's not there, and then they like just throw it to the other team because they're already in there.
NBA do that all the time. The G League is like fucking dog water.
Yeah, that's the G League, bro.
Sorry, you watching the summer league? It's been dog water. Most of those guys in the summer league is playing in the league.
Yeah, most of those guys in the summer league like aren't gonna make the NBA team. You're right. Like Bronny, 0 for 15 from 3.
Oh, that was funny.
I'm confused. What, like, people on his top, like he's a first rounder. He's a 55th pick.
Yeah. But
Why
Kenny,
is
here's the thing: is people won't be surprised when he makes the roster because he's LeBron's son.
But people keep saying it's because he's LeBron's
It's
son.
gonna happen. That's the only reason why he got drafted, Kenny. He's not that good.
The second round.
Yeah, he's not that
He's
good.
a top 20 player in his class.
He should have went undrafted.
Yeah, but he barely played.
What do you mean
Didn't he barely play?
He started for USC.
Yeah, but how long did he play?
He played
1
half
year.
the year. He played half the year because he was hurt with the heart. He just
Thank
started
you.
the year.
Yeah. Fuck you, Brian. I know what I'm
He
talking
missed
about.
like 1 month.
Do you know how crazy
What
that
do you
is? The whole rotation's already started. Everybody already had a game flow of how they play. You haven't carved your role out. It's not like he was practicing the whole time. He wasn't even practicing.
All right. We'll see.
Like, damn. Yeah, how long on his
Don't worry, he'll be playing ball in China in a couple of years. It's fine. It's not a big deal.
Bro, he's not gonna play ball in China, bro.
How many games? There's 25 games he played in. He started 6 of them in college.
Oh, so he came off the bench.
Let's leave it to Brian.
So what? He was still playing good minutes.
Bro, he was not even. People are on his case as if the USC basketball team was good. The boys were not good. The boys were trash. There was trash. Isaiah Collier pretty much hogged the ball the whole time. And where's Isaiah Collier? Where's he at?
Did he even get drafted?
I don't even know if he got drafted. Did he? He's on the Utah Jazz. What round did he get drafted? Don't know. Don't know what round he got drafted.
Probably first.
He got drafted first round, 29th pick.
29th.
First round, 29th pick was the first player in their class play like dog shit. I don't hear not a damn peep about Isaiah Collier. I haven't heard any stats on Isaiah Collier. I haven't heard anybody do any podcasts on Isaiah Collier.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? He was the number 1 player in their class. I don't hear nothing on that. So why are we on Bronny's case as if we're supposed to expect Bronny to be a fucking All-American or to play out his mind? I'm confused.
Because, man.
I don't know.
It's LeBron's son. It's going to be like that.
So if you're LeBron's son, that means you're supposed to get treated unfairly.
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right, cool.
Yeah, when you get drafted in the league when you're not supposed to get drafted. Yes.
How is he not supposed to get drafted?
Supposed to get drafted. Nobody thought he should be drafted.
That's not true.
Even LA didn't want to draft him. That's what LeBron wanted. So he got drafted.
Oh, no, okay.
Gotta keep LeBron happy.
That's not true either.
It's 100% true.
They didn't want to draft it, they wouldn't draft him. There's nothing wrong with spending a pick on a development player. Every person in the second round pretty much is a development player. Somewhere that you're going to put in the G League or somebody that's going to be at the end of your bench on your roster that you think has promise that you want to keep in your program because you think, hey, he can develop to something. People act like he's 25 years old. He's fucking 19. Like he hasn't even He's not even able to drink yet, but people act like he's supposed to be Dalton Connect. Dalton Connect played for 4 years. That's different. You expect for him to be refined and finished when you're playing for 4 years. You got guys that would play for 4 years. I get that. If you play for 4 years, I get the criticism. Hey, your game should have been polished already. We don't want to hear you development player when you're in the NBA. You played in the league, you played in college for 4 years. But if you play for 1 year and you really only played like half a year, I don't expect nothing. I don't expect anything.
It's like when the Rams drafted Michael Sam. He didn't play it down in the NFL.
But why did they draft Michael Sam?
We all know why.
Because what?
Because he was the.
They need a pass rusher.
Because he was gay. Right?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Players get drafted all the time for reasons that
why
are not.
Why didn't people draft him when he was supposed to be?
Who?
Michael Sam.
He was projected undrafted.
Not undrafted. He's supposed to not get drafted.
What?
Yes.
Yeah,
Michael Sam numbers was crazy. What are you talking about?
So then how come he never played he played one game in the CFL in his career?
We just answered this because it's because of
Well, here, let's see what his college stats were. I got to refresh my memory.
They talked about it.
3.5 sacks, 1.5 sacks, 4.5 sacks, and then he ended the last season with Missouri. He had 11.5 sacks.
It was because he played opposite someone. That's why. And everybody was like, no, it's because he's opposite. Who was it? A guy that went in like the first round who ended up being dog shit too. But, man, I forget his name.
I'm going to find it right now.
What year was that?
2013.
Damn, that was that long ago?
Let's see. That's the same which Aaron Donald was in there. Whatever, you guys could do that. Anyway, I'm just saying, I just think people being on Bronny so hard, it just makes no sense to me. I don't get it. I don't know what you expect. He got drafted first round, I get that, but not fucking second round. Most guys in second round, you don't even hear their fucking name.
Coney Ely.
Yeah, there he is.
What?
Yeah. Coney Ely was supposed to be like the guy.
Bro, stop.
I'm just saying that he got drafted what, in the second round, was it? Where'd he go?
He got drafted by Carolina.
What
he
round?
Had 4 sacks, 5 sacks, 5 sacks, 1 sack, and then he was done.
His early projection for Michael Sam was third round. The early projections. He had a bad combine, and then, of course, in the combine, that's when all the other stuff came out.
You sure it was 2013?
Bro, I'm looking at it right now.
Maybe that was 2014 is when Coney Ely got drafted.
That's when Michael Sam got drafted. He was in the 2014 draft.
Yeah. Also, who was it? Sheldon Richardson was also on that Missouri team.
Okay.
So that's why he was overlooked because they said that the other two were much better prospects, and they were right about one of them.
Bro, he was projected third round before he went to the damn combine.
According to what?
What do you mean? I'm looking at what it says on NFL. Like, what do you mean? Early projections had him as a third or fourth round pick in the 2014 draft. His performance in the NFL scouting combine in February was seen as disappointing, which lowered expectations about whether he would be taken in the draft because he ran slow. Michael Sam draft combine profile. Looking at it, 5.80. He'll be an average backup to special team. That was his prospect grade. After he did his athleticism test, his production score was a 74. He was ranked 11th in the whole combine for production score. Then when they looked at his athleticism score, it dropped to 51. He ran a 4.9. That's why.
Ooh, that's slow.
He only had he ran a 4.9. He had 17 reps on the bench press. Vertical shitty, 25.5. Broad jump, decent. 10-yard split, shitty.
All right, we're good.
All right, cool. All right.
Tearing this man up.
What?
They're gonna ban me.
Sports has had an article that said he was going anywhere between the 5th and 7th, and then when he came out, that he slid to undrafted.
Bronny James.
It's not trash. Just give it 2 years.
2 years, all right. Not year one. Not year one.
No, he's fucking drafting around. He needs
relax. I saw a futures bet that said if he gets a single game with 20 points this year, it'll be like you'll get a ton of points.
A waste of money.
He won't get a game with 20 points.
That whole team has to get hurt.
Throw like $5 in there.
First of all, how's that a waste of money? Do you know how many players get drafted that don't do shit? We already went down this path.
No. I'm saying the bet would be a waste of money.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
Let me see. Does FanDuel have futures?
Why do I care what the Lakers waste their money on?
Whatever. Dog Connect, though, he's a baller. He'll play. He'll get 20 points.
Yeah, Bailey Shireman, baller.
No, fuck no. His game, he's not getting no PT this year. Next year, probably. He needs one of the other Pritchard or what's his name to Hauser to move out the fucking way. Ain't too much. It's not enough ball to go around up there. Too much shooters.
It's plus 950 for him to score 20 points in any single game.
Give me a plus like 20,000 and I'll do it.
If he gets a triple double, it's plus 13,000.
Bro, he's not getting none of that. He won't get 20 points for the whole season. Like Bronny won't get 20 points.
What about 3 points?
You gotta think about it. There's guys on their roster that didn't play. Like, what's his name? Doug Christie's son. His son he just got a 4-year, $32 million extension. He didn't even play last year like that. Played like 2 games.
He got
32 games. Because of projection and promise. Never heard about the guy though. Anyway, you got anything for football, Ryan? Besides me beating up on Michael Sam? I wasn't beating up on him. I was telling him that was really his numbers though.
Not really. Hard Knocks. Been watching that. Giants offseason Hard Knocks. I know Kenny hates it. But I'm gonna give some of my insight from what I'm watching. So
Okay.
it's kind of I love it because I'm sick like that and I like the off-season shit.
It's football.
But as a Giants fan, it is cringy to watch in some instances. One, listening to Joe Shane, our Giants general manager, negotiate with Ed Berry, who's the agent for Saquon Barkley. And it was like the most awkward thing ever. And also what I will say is the Giants have, I think that if Saquon has a decent or a good year within Philly and the Giants have a bad season, Joe Shane will get fired, period. Because John Mara, there's a lot of conversations, and you could tell the way they're cutting and editing this, they're trying not to make people look that bad. But it seriously looks like John Mara, the owner, wanted Saquon Barkley to get re-signed, and they were like, "We're not doing it. We can't do it."
Yeah. Shut it.
It'll give him nightmares to see him go to Philly. Is like an exact quote.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, Joe Shane should be fine. He's not going to be on the hot seat, even if we lose a lot of games this year. But after seeing that, I think he's toast if him and Dayball, unfortunately. And even another thing, like I like Brian Burns, and I think that Joe Shane did a good job at negotiating a second round pick and like a 5th round pick or whatever he got for Brian Burns. And I hope he's a good player. but just like I thought I'd see more excitement from like Dayball and like the defensive coach on like getting like a pass rusher, but they're just like, yeah, we could use a pass rusher. We like him. He's good.
But Dayball's not really a ride the wave high type of guy, right? Unless it's a big event, like for players, stuff like that. He's kind of like, all right, whatever.
I mean, he was very so. One of the things Shane asked him, he's like, "All right, running backs, who do you want? Motor, Devin Singletary, or Swift?" It was like Singletary we can get for like $4 million, and Swift we'd have to pay like $6 million. He's like, "Who do you want?" And he's like, "Singletary." So like, I mean, he was pretty decisive on that. Like Swift had a better season last year, but he wants Singletary.
He knows motorboat.
Yeah,
but Motor is not better than Swift at all. Not even close.
Yeah,
the tool package he got is just not that. He's a hard worker. Don't get me wrong. Yes, but he's not that. So
I know. It'll just be an interesting season. I hope. I mean, I'm always optimistic, but I feel like I'm gonna be negative this year. Because I've heard it all before. Like, I don't care whatever hype I see about Daniel Jones in the offseason. I don't give a shit. He's just going to come out and be trash. So until he proves that he's going to be good, then I'll believe it. The only hype I'm believing is Malik Neighbors being a beast.
Being Himothy, because he's dead. He's dead, dog. He's really dead. He's him.
Brandon Ayuk, just flipping away from Hard Knocks because we've been done talking about the Giants. Brandon Ayuk has officially requested a trade from the 49ers.
I thought he already did that.
I don't think he ever officially requested. This is like now he's asking out. However, this is always just like a what's it called? Like a negotiation strategy.
I don't need him.
Like they don't.
You know that they got that boy Ricky Pearsall like that.
Have you seen
you like him now?
What do you mean? Ryan, can you remind him how big I was on him?
Yeah, after the draft.
Yes, because that Florida, his numbers didn't support where he got drafted at.
Yeah, I know. Look who's throwing the ball. I mean, come on.
Okay. Like I said, but didn't you talk about the numbers? Didn't you just go on my case about Bronny? Bronny, the numbers wasn't in. It doesn't make sense, blah, blah, blah. That's what I'm saying. The numbers didn't make sense for him to get drafted like that. I was like, damn, like all the other receivers you could have got, that's who you taking? Damn.
There's this wide receiver that they drafted, the 49ers, and they put a video or a picture of him like online, and he's like huge. He's like jacked. He looks like what's his name?
DK.
Who's the other guy? DK?
What's his name?
Malik Mustafa.
I know, I heard it in there. Mustafa, he went to.
He's jacked.
What a specimen.
He went to. What did he go to? Did he go to Georgia? No.
I'll tell you right now. Wake Forest.
Yeah. He played safety though.
Yeah. Yep, he did.
Yeah, he looked like a fucking truck. But he's only 5'10", 207.
Well, he's fucking jacked.
Yeah, a lot of people jack with their shirt off, bro. 5'10", 207. Shit.
I am not jacked with my shirt off. What else we got for the Denver Broncos re-signed their guard to an extension. It's like 4 years, $80 million, which is pretty high for a guard. But I don't even know his name.
Sure, who else are they gonna give the money to?
I mean, they're paying Russ 60-something mil this year or something like that. His dead cap hit this year is like ridiculous.
That's crazy.
I just thought that was a bad deal to begin with.
The Russell Wilson deal?
Yeah, when they gave him that much money, I'm like, bro, he's old.
Denver has like zero identity. Like, I don't know what they are. Cortland Sutton and Tim Patrick are their two wide receivers. Yeah. Tim Patrick has been injured the last like 2 or 3 years.
Yes.
Like fatal injuries.
I think I'm Marvin Mims, right?
Yeah. But
Chesney.
the way they used him last year was as like a gadget player, like
Yeah.
Throwback. He was a throwback guy. Double pass.
he was fast.
He was good at returning for sure. So anyway, I know we got the Olympics coming up. I think it might start next week or the week after.
Yeah, we're gonna have to next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday. So that should be good. To open the ceremony. It's probably be Tuesday night our time then, I guess. If not Wednesday. But yeah, man, I think, I know it's been a little slow sports wise, but things are going to pick up here pretty soon and really hit full gear, full speed, real fast. So I know we're excited about football. I know fantasy is about to start getting kicked off. I know, Ryan is salivating at, fantasy football. I know me and Brian are salivating at, the bets, and we should have some stuff in store for you guys to win some money this year for sure. And if you guys are NCAA football fans, it comes out Friday if you haven't had the pre-release already. But yeah,
if you pre-order, you can play it now.
Yeah. I already got it.
Same. I just bought the bundle where you get Madden and that.
Yeah, I was gonna get that, but then like I game share with my buddy and he already bought the NCAA. I was like, you're an idiot, but whatever.
Dumbass.
Yeah.
I did the math on it. It was like if you buy
Save
one,
$50.
it's like you save a lot.
Yeah.
But it's 70, right? So you get it for 120. You save what, $20?
Well, no, you're getting the deluxe version.
It's
like
$100.
100, so $200.
And you're paying only 134, something like that.
Yeah.
What comes in the deluxe?
Like if you play Ultimate and shit like that, then you get that.
Anyway, let me not carry on to that. But yeah, guys, of course we'll be playing NCAA this weekend. Be interested to hear the gameplay. You hear some stuff back next week for that. I definitely probably blast Ryan and Brian because I'm probably the best player in here for college football. But that's what's up.
Ask Brian how his Super Bowl went against me in Madden.
Madden and college football ain't the same, but whatever.
That's true. They ain't.
They don't play the same. Notice I didn't say Madden, I said college football. But yeah, like, subscribe, share with your friends and family. We appreciate the support as always. And then gear up. College football season is right around the corner. NFL is right around the corner. We'll see you guys next week. Peace.
Peace.
Later.